All right, welcome to the Algonauts Project 2023 competition page. My name is Ben. I'm one of the organizers of this competition, and this video is meant to explain the layout of the CodaLab website that we're using to host this competition, and also walk you through an example submission so you get a feel for what the process is like and what to expect. So when you first click on the link, you're going to land on this page, see the overview. And this is an important page to read. It'll explain the prizes, how to get started, and some important dates. So I will highlight, to get started, we have an awesome development kit CodaLab tutorial, as well as a video to guide you through the whole entire process to load all the fMRI data, build and train your encoding model, and prepare predictions. And then you're watching this video right now that will talk about how to actually submit to CodaLab here. And important dates, the competition ends on the 26th of July. So you have a whole day to submit, but the second you get to July 27th, the competition is over. All right, and then in this tab, we explain the evaluation metric in more detail, how everyone is ranked, some terms and conditions to agree to, and some detailed submission instructions, as well as some troubleshooting tips. Now you'll see that this competition has two phases. So the first phase is the official challenge phase. And this phase is what ends on July 26th. So this is the phase where we determine your rankings. This is the most important phase. This is the phase where you're going to get prizes or not. And then we just have this post-challenge phase. So when the official competition ends, anyone can keep on submitting their predictions to evaluate their models offline. So it's just a way to continue the competition indefinitely. We should be most concerned with the official challenge phase. I'm going to jump to the results. This is where the leaderboard is. Right now, there are no submissions, so that's why there are no entries in the leaderboard. And this participate tab. So if you do not have a CodaLab account, when you look at this page, CodaLab will prompt you to sign up for an account. Just a fairly simple process to create an account. And then once you do that, you're going to click on this checkbox to accept the terms and conditions on the previous tab. You can register and automatically be accepted. And now you're going to see more details about the data, our trained test splits, ROIs, and then on this submit/view results tab, this is where we're going to actually make your submission here. All right, so I'm going to walk you through how to do that in detail. So first, the output of the Google CodaLab notebook should give you something like this. You have this My Predictions folder, this parent folder, can be named anything. Inside it, you have 8 subject folders. And each subject folder, you have a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere NPY file with all your predictions. Now, in order to submit to CodaLab, CodaLab requires you to submit a zip file. So 2 ways to do that. One is if you, with this file system GUI, you can highlight all the subject folders and then zip it up here. Alternatively, I'm just going to put this outside. So alternatively, you can go to the command line, and again, I'm going to cd inside the parent folder, so you can see all the 8 subjects, and then type the command zip r, and then again, this next name doesn't matter, it can be anything you want, and then the / to zip everything inside. So these are 2 equivalent ways of doing the same thing to properly zip the folder. If you don't properly zip it, then CodaLab can get confused about some file paths, and that will throw an error in your submission. Okay, so while that's going, I'm going to go back to the competition page, and in this box, you can just add any information you want about the submission to keep yourself organized. So I'm just going to say this is our baseline walkthrough submission, and then find where you are. So I'm gonna use this one. Great. So again, this is a big file. It's almost 300 megabytes. And as it's loading, the submit button is going to be grayed out. Kind of hard to see. Just please be patient. I've had this take a couple minutes, and this time is pretty fast, 10 to 15 seconds. But just please be patient if it takes longer. And once that happens, you're going to see your entry. You're going to see your submission go into this table here that keeps track of all your submissions and entries. And you have the status as submitting. Now, I'll note that sometimes the status says submitted, ED at the end, and that's usually a bad sign. This is a known CodaLab bug. It's probably not going to go any further, so unfortunately, just resubmit usually works a second time. I'll refresh the status. It says it's running. This is good. That means that your submission is going through our evaluation script. And usually this will take another, I don't know, a couple minutes or so to complete. And in the meantime, while it's running, I'll tell you about these hyperlinks here. So the two that you care about would be the view scoring output log. This contains additional error information in case there are errors. And then this one is where we can output some useful information regarding your submission, like your results, and also some graphs that you can use for your summary report if you want to submit a summary report. Okay, so status has finished. And again, in addition to us providing our own custom script outputs to you here in the output log, if Python throws an error, it's going to throw the call stack right here in the middle here. So we're just going to click on that for now. Okay, so in this case, there were no errors. That's good. So we just have by default printing how long it took for each subject to complete. And then output from the scoring step. And take a look at that. Inside here, we have a few different text files and a SVG file. So scores.txt, this is just one number. This is your leaderboard score right here. This is the most important score, and this is the score that is used to rank you and to get prizes and whatnot. Then these other text files, these other files, they're just for your benefit. They do sanity checks to make sure you're on the right track, give you feedback to improve your model. So in this one, we give you the results for each ROI across the 8 subjects. This one is split between the subject and hemisphere. And this one is very fine grained, subject, hemisphere, and ROI. Kind of gives you a little bit of everything. And then finally, this submission report summary just kind of graphically shows the results from the text file. So this top graph kind of splits the results by ROI and hemisphere, and then this graph kind of splits it between the subjects and like the super regions. All right, and then your submission, again, we can expand this box or hide it. And the more you submit, more entries we add to this table. And your best submission is automatically pushed to the leaderboard. So we're going to go back to the leaderboard. We're going to see that, sure enough, we do have a submission. This was our score that we saw in the text file, and you are now ranked on the leaderboard. I will note that you are limited to a daily submission limit and a total submission limit for the entire competition. And you can see right here. And then when this official challenge phase is over, this leaderboard will be frozen. And then we'll have a new post-challenge phase. Again, this is where people can keep on submitting their predictions afterwards to see where they'd stack up, but there are no prizes for this part. All right, last but not least, if you have any questions, you can email Algonauts at mit.edu. or preferably go to this forum tab and start a new topic. All participants, feel free, if you know the answer, to respond to the topic. The organizers will also be on top of this forum page as well. All right, so that's it. Good luck, everyone, and have fun.